So the question is, how can law firms use client testimonials and case studies to build trust and credibility online? So we're going to look at that in a few different parts, right? First, we have to establish what trust and credibility is and who we're building that trust and credibility for. There's two main groups that we're building trust and credibility for. Number one are the referrers, and number two are the potential clients. Now, when I say referrers, I say that intentionally because the biggest referrer is Google. And if you look at Google as you would any other person referring you business, you would treat it a little bit differently. When someone refers you business, or someone refers you a friend that thinks that they have a problem that you can help with, what is the number one thing that person is thinking before they introduce you to their friend or person that has this issue? Well, first of all, they want to make sure that they trust you and that they are pretty sure that you can deliver and help this person with their problem. The worst thing in the world would be if they referred you someone and then you completely botched it, or you weren't the right person for the job, or if this wasn't a situation that you really had experience or expertise in and you didn't help that person out and it didn't go well. That person would probably not send you more people in the future. And the same thing goes with Google. And with Google, I want to read you something from their documentation under Google Search Central. It's called, the page is called Creating Helpful Content, or at least that's in the URL. But they talk about EAT, which is E-E-A-T. And then it says here, after identifying relevant content, our systems aim to prioritize those that seem most helpful. To do this, they identify a mix of factors that can help determine which content demonstrates aspects of experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness, or what we call EAT. So those are the factors that Google thinks are important when ranking pages one over the other, which is most helpful to this search. Of those aspects, trust is most important. So just like somebody referring somebody to you, trust is the number one thing. That they trust that you're going to take care of that person that they're sending you. Same goes with Google. The others contribute to trust, it continues, but content doesn't necessarily have to demonstrate all of them. For example, some content might be helpful based on the experience it demonstrates, while other content might be helpful based on the expertise it shares. It goes on to say, and this is important just because it's related or relevant to law, while EAT itself isn't a specific ranking factor, I consider it more of like a bundle of factors, and I do think it's a ranking factor, although not one specific factor. Using a mix of factors that can identify content with good EAT is useful. For example, our systems give even more weight to content that aligns with strong EAT for topics that could significantly impact the health, financial stability, or safety of people, or the welfare or well-being of society. We call these your money or your life topics, or YMYL for short. So law is a topic that could significantly impact the health and financial stability of people. So the topic of law is your money or your life, and what Google is telling us is that trust and EAT is even more important in law than in any other or your money or your life topics. So we have that out of the way. Now, who are we trying to build trust with? The second group of people that we're trying to build trust with are potential clients. And potential clients these days, they shop for people with reviews. Testimonials, reviews, same thing, interchangeable. But Google reviews, many people in their stats that I'm not going to get this right, I'm paraphrasing here, and you can think of it in your own experience. If you're going online looking for someone, you typically go to the company that has the most positive reviews first. So that in and of itself should tell you that you need to have client testimonials and reviews. Second is case studies, and case studies just build a more comprehensive story of how you help that person. But the reason why these are so important is because people want to know that you can help them specifically and with their specific situation. So they're looking at your client testimonials and your Google reviews, for example, specifically, to see that you have experience and expertise, part of the EAT, in their particular situation. So that you've helped someone just like them with a similar issue in the past. So that is just a shortcut for people to say, and it's a sign that this person is trustworthy. They have experience with my specific situation, and what better person can I go to than someone who has specific expertise and experience. Authoritativeness would be great, but that's not absolutely necessary, that you're an author or you've published things or other people said that you're credible and trustworthy. But the first thing to look at is if other people have used you in the past. and especially helpful if it's someone that has a similar situation to what they're dealing with. So I wanted to keep this kind of short. I'm going to finish this video with just saying other ways to use your testimonials and case studies, or places to use them really quickly. Obviously, on Google itself is number one, because Google is the biggest referrer of traffic and of visitors to your website and to you. On your site, especially above the fold, before anyone scrolls down at the very top of your homepage, most people don't scroll. So it's critical to have this type of information to show this type of experience with similar cases and similar problems right at the top of your homepage. So that's number two. And number three, I would say, is everywhere around the web, on all of your social media channels. You want to repurpose those reviews into different formats, into images. You want to just copy and paste the text with or without the person's name, but the more specific, the better. And these are just some ways that you can use client testimonials and case studies to build trust and credibility online. We went over why it's important, the two groups that you're trying to build trust and credibility for, and also different ways and different places to use those elements for trust and credibility online. All right, I hope this was helpful. If so, please like and subscribe on YouTube, and thanks for watching.